I'm missing a year in there.
Hey there, sir. Yes, sir. How about you? There sometimes the service is terrible.
I don't know. We'll have to run out the door.
Oh, really? Wow. Huh. Has he got the virus or just a cold? Oh, he does. Wow. Mm. Oh. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Is he gonna zoom in tonight? Really?
Commissioner Saxon, can you hear us all right?
Okay.
Commissioner Saxon, can you hear us all right?
I can hear you barely.
Okay.
You think it's my phone?
Yeah, you might need to turn up the volume on the phone.
Yeah, I got it as high as it'll go.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think we can raise this volume any higher, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah. Doing good. Yeah. No, we got a great day. Yeah. It's a boy. Yeah. Morgan, our oldest, had a little boy. Branch. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He's a male. He was over. I spent the night with us last night. He's about 19 months old.
Hey, Alex.
Oh yeah. 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 You better not turn your back on him. And he loves tractor. He's just a nut about a tractor. Well, actually just pulled out some from years past. And then he has to make a tour around the farm and he'll go over and touch them and talk to them. He's hanging in there. I don't know how. It would. Yeah. I will. I will. Yeah, I tell you that I do a little bit of on the road stuff too. When Ameripride moved out, I moved them from there to Memphis. That was tough for me. Yeah. Oh, Airmark. Yeah. Well, this is way before that. You know, they were leasing building places all.
All right, I got you now.
Since I've done all the others, set them up there. I've been back several times. Yeah.
All right, it's 6 o'clock. We'll go ahead and call our meeting in order. Welcome to Oconee County Board of Commissioners meeting. Today is Tuesday, December 1st, 2020. If you're joining us virtually, hopefully using a computer or smart device to comment or ask questions during the public comment portions of the meeting, please use the raise hand feature in Zoom. Just a moment, we'll ask you to stand for a moment of silence. Then after that moment of silence, we'll ask Commissioner Harden to lead us in the pledge. Thank you.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, the first item of business is to approve the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda. Mr. Chairman, don't we need to remove,
We'll do that at consent
Okay.
time.
or make a motion to approve the agenda as submitted?
Second.
We have a motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Next item is statement and remarks from citizens. This is for anything that is not on our agenda for tonight. You can take it off.
Hello, I'm Vicki Suter, local committee chair for the Upper Oconee Watershed Network's Oconee Waters Committee. In conjunction with the Oconee County Stormwater Coordinator Amy Morris and Communications Director Diane Baggett, Oconee Waters has developed and made available the non-point source pollution educational program, Protect Our Water Patrol. The program is now featured on the county's stormwater webpage, and I want to thank Amy and Diane for their help and support. Oconee Waters volunteers collect and test water samples at 8 sites each month as part of our Adopt a Stream monitoring. Along with the standard parameters measured, we also measure E. coli levels both on Barber and Calls Creek. With the help of the Water Resources Lab and Aaron Carlton, director, further testing on the Calls Creek samples are done in their lab, allowing us to have data to include phosphates, nitrates, and fecal coliform. It is our hope this data will allow us to better understand the role stormwater and failing septics may play in keeping Calls Creek and other creeks on the EPD impaired streams list. I want to thank the Oconee County Water Resources Department under the leadership of Tim Durham for partnering with us to support our water quality testing and their support for the Protect Our Water program too. But Water Resources doesn't stop there. Water Resources has partnered with UON Oconee Waters to provide volunteers to work on stream bank stabilization projects on Calls Creek and Harris Shoals Park, which helps lessen the impact of stormwater runoff and erosion. Volunteers and refreshments also on park work days where community volunteers remove invasive plants, plant native plants to restore vegetation, especially in the buffer zone around the creek, and restore wildlife habitat. They provide volunteers during educational outreach events and send representatives to our monthly meetings where we discuss our mutual concerns. We truly value our partnership. This is a great example of how the county government and entities can benefit from such collaboration. Maintaining an environment where citizens feel welcomed and even encouraged to be part of the solution to address the needs of our county is so very important. Encouraging them to attend Citizens Advisory Committee meetings and Planning Commission meetings can provide a level of citizen involvement that can facilitate improved communications and sharing of knowledge to make for more informed decisions. If the BOC encourages this, makes clear it's an expectation too, and supports all efforts to do this, then our community can reap some really great benefits. And I just want to thank all of the people I mentioned as well as you all, and look forward to more wonderful things that we can do together. Thank you.
Thank you. Next item is any statement or remarks from commissioners.
No, sir.
Very good. Next, we'll move on to the presentation of the Georgia Water Association Professionals Award. We're going to ask Jeff Calloway to come up for that.
All right, good evening. As I mentioned to John earlier, Miss Burnett, Pam Burnett, is the executive director of the GAWP, Georgia Water Association Water Professionals And she normally presents these. But she had something come up this evening, so you have me instead. So she'd written a script, so I think I'm just going to read it. That'll keep me out of trouble and keep y'all entertained. So thank you for inviting me here today. My name is Jeff Calloway, and I'm the sub-chair of the Collection System Committee with the with Georgia Association of Water Professionals. For those of you not familiar with the Georgia Association of Water Professionals, or better known as GAWP, is the not-for-profit association with a current membership of nearly 4,000 water and wastewater treatment plant operators and managers, municipal and industrial officials, engineers, manufacturers, and others concerned with Georgia's water resources. Our membership consists largely of the professionals who implement state and federal water supply, water protection, and water resource laws and regulations. And our chief purpose is to educate and assist those who have an interest in the proper management and protection of Georgia's water resources. GAWP is the state's premier professional association for water, wastewater related issues. We were founded in 1932 and started the first license program for water professionals in Georgia. For over 85 years, GAWP has provided the bulk of certified professionals training for the water and wastewater operators here in Georgia. GAWP is the nation's second largest state level association of water works or water professionals, and we are formally affiliated with several other national professional organizations, including the American Water Works Association, Water Environment Federation, American Water Resources Association, and the Georgia Water Wise Council. GAWP is a respected and welcomed authority on water-related issues and is routinely turned to by the media, elected officials, and the public for accurate water-related information and assistance. So that's a little the GAWP and what the organization is. And then what we're going to hear tonight is to present the Collection System of Excellent Gold Award. So the 2020 winners of the Gold Awards for outstanding operations of the collection system were recently announced. Oconee County Water Resources Collection System received the 2020 Gold Award by earning a qualitative inspection score of 98.3 of a possible 100 points. That's almost a perfect score. This is the first time that Oconee County Water Resources has won the Gold Award. This award reflects the caliber of employees working within the collection system and your exceptional leadership and management. Earlier in the year, a group of GAWP Collection System committee members inspected each eligible utility system that submitted an application by spending 4 to 6 hours reviewing every aspect of their collection system and programs. This year, some of the inspections were conducted virtually, including the inspection of your facility. Every award applicant has the benefit of having their collection management system evaluated by a team of experienced auditors comprised of utility staff, consulting engineers, utility contractors, and other wastewater professionals. The auditors evaluate hundreds of pages of documents, plus specific areas are surveyed for such as employee certifications, management information system, sanitary sewer overflow notifications, fats, oils, and grease programs, pump stations and lift stations maintenance, engineering and sewer system capacity program, customer relations, planning, inspection, safety, material supply, vehicle maintenance, equipment condition, emergency response, and employee training. I read this list to you so that you can see how many areas are ranked and how many opportunities there are to get nicked for points in those areas. But the Oconee County Water Resources was exceptional in achieving the score to receive this gold award. Oconee County Water Resources should be proud of its staff for reaching this impressive level of achievement and being 2020 recipients of the Georgia Association of Water Professionals Collection System Excellent Gold Award. This is an important accomplishment and speaks volumes about the exceptional commitment and level of service that Oconee County provides their customers. At this time, I'd like to call out the names: Tim Durham, Adam Layfield, Lance Rains, Jean White, Kevin Hart, and Tracy Metcalf would be who I'd like to call up to receive the award. Have the commission come up. Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's a great accomplishment. We appreciate all the hard work y'all put into the system to get it to that level. So thank you very much. Next item is approval of the minutes. This is for November 3rd and November 24th.
Make a motion to approve the minutes as submitted.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Next item is discuss and consider the Senior Center Community Development Block Grant resolution adopting a language access plan. Justin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. If you recall, we received $750,000 to improve the senior center as part of the CDBG block grant administered through Department of Community Affairs. This is federal money. As part of it, there are some federal requirements that come with it. Most of these will be administrative and invisible to the commission, but one of the requirements which we are required to do is adopt a language access plan. And what this does is identified those with limited English proficiency, which we do not have many in Oconee County, but for those who wish to, we do have to provide some access for language perspective as part of Title VI under fair housing. And so what the Regional Commission, who is our partner in this, has developed a language access plan as well as a resolution. And we received this right before the previous meeting. So the action required tonight for the Board of Commissioners is ultimately to approve the resolution, approve the access plan. Again, this is something that as staff will administer. An example of this is the ad for the previous public hearing was in both English and Spanish. And so we'll handle it from that end. I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions? Any public comment? Anyone virtually? We'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve Senior Center Community Development Block Grant Resolution Document Language Access Plan.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Carries. Now we're moving into hearings and actions on zoning matters. Our first zoning is a rezone number P20019190. This is Laura and Christopher Childs. It's at 1040 Burning Oak Drive, 4.25 acres. The request is to go from AR to AR with modifications to rezone number 1114 for one additional 2-acre lot.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. There we go. Again, this is P200190. Childs are the owners. This is okay, just north of North High Shoals, off of Burning Oak Drive. And again, this is an aerial showing the parcel that is proposed to be split into two. It's currently zoned to AR. It is in Country Estates character area. And the request again is to remove condition number 1 from rezone 1114, which restricted the lot count to be increased without your prior approval. This is the concept plan that they proposed, splitting that parcel, that roughly 4-acre parcel into two. This is the existing house and the proposing another single-family development. Architectural representative images that you have in your packets, and the staff recommends approval with the 2 conditions, and Planning Commission also recommends approval subject to the same conditions.
Now we'll hear from the owners. Ms. Laura, you want to? Neighbor.
Just as it says, we've lived there 20 plus years, and have a wooded 2 acres that we're doing nothing with, and thought we could sell this to potential friends of ours that it's our goddaughter that they're already renting in Oconee County. So all of our neighbors, all 3 of them that live in the subdivision we live in, have said it's fine with them. If anything, it'll increase their property value. So they would have a well of their own, or either potentially tap on to the Oconee County well supply that comes down Elder Road. Chris can tell you how much water we have. I think it's enough to serve most of Bishop. We have a lot of water. But that's it. Any questions for us?
We may want to talk to you about some of that water. So just...
I mean, come on. You can tap on and irrigate your land with it.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Does anyone else wish to speak in favor of this rezone? Does anyone wish to speak against? Anyone virtually? With that, we'll go ahead and close the public comment sections and open up to any questions from commissioners. With that, we'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve rezone number P 20-0190. Applicants Laura and Christopher Childs, 1040 Burning Oak Drive, acreage 4.25. Zoning request AR with modification to rezone number 1114 for 1 additional 2-acre lot with the 2 conditions.
Second. We have a motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Motion carries. Next item is rezone number P20-0194. The owner is Juanita Perkins, applicant Andrew Pilgrim. This is at 1301 Dove Creek Road. Acreage is 2 acres. Requests go from AG to AR to allow for an additional 2-acre lot.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Again, this is located in the northwest corner of the county, right off of Osborne Road. The parent parcel is the large 80-acre tract here. They're proposing to cut off 2 acres at this location, just down from Dove Creek Elementary. It's currently zoned AG and in the country estates character area. And again, the request is rezoned from AG to AR for a 2-acre lot. The concept plan that's shown, the proposed house, septic field as well. And staff recommends approval with the 2 conditions. Planning Commission also recommends approval with those same conditions.
So should that be 1301 Osborne Road on the location?
The future address will be off of Osborne, but it's currently still
okay. It's coming from the other
address
side.
from
Gotcha.
the other road.
Okay, thank you. Now we'll hear from the owner or the agent of the owner.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I apologize for not being there in person, but have come into close contact with someone who has tested positive for COVID. So in the nature of safety, I decided to do this virtually. My name is Drew Pilgrim. My wife and I, Tiffany Pilgrim, have lived in Oconee County since 2014. Recently sold our home on Madison Court with the intentions of building what we hope to be as our forever home on this piece of property. The Perkins family, Ms. Wanda Harris, who now owns it, has been gracious enough to sell us those two acres. And our plan is to build just a single family residential home on that property. My wife is a teacher at Dove Creek, so she'll be right around the corner from work. And I've got 2 kids in the school system. So if you have any other questions, I'm happy to answer those now.
All right, thank you very much. Do we have anyone else wishing to speak for this rezone? Anyone virtually? Does anyone wish to speak against this rezone? Anyone virtually? All right, with that, we'll go ahead and close public comments and open up to any questions from commissioners. We'll entertain a motion at this time.
I'll make a motion that we approve rezone P 20-0194, Juanita Perkins, Wanda Harris, with the two conditions. Second.
We had a motion second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Our next item is variance number P 200213. This is Mary Carol and Christopher James Nace, 1341 Bell Road. It's hardship variance to allow for a garage or accessory structure in the front yard. We also, for the same piece of property, have variance number P 200214. It's a special exception variance to reduce the minimum side building setback from 25 feet to 10 feet.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. This is located just north of 316 off of Bell Road. This is the aerial showing the parcel. Again, it's zoned AG in the regional center character area. Again, as Chairman mentioned, they're requesting a hardship variance to place the garage or accessory structure in the front yard less than 200 feet from the street right away. And again, the request to reduce the side setback from 25 to 10 feet. This is the concept plan. This is zoomed in concept plan showing the 10-foot reduction from the 25 line at this location. And then, of course, in the side yard of the existing structure. They plan to make the structure match the existing architecture of the home. And staff makes a recommendation as follows. For P200213, staff believes it does meet all necessary criteria to grant the hardship with the one condition. And then P200214, we again believe it meets the necessary conditions to grant the special exception variance with three conditions. The first condition is our typical condition, meeting the designs and structures as submitted in the application. But number two, the side setback shall be reduced from 25 feet to 10 feet only for the area of encroachment of the detached garage. And number three, opaque evergreen screening shall be provided along the rear of the detached garage adjacent to parcel B02084C and along the side of the building facing Bell Road. Said vegetation shall be 6 feet tall at the time of planting. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we'll hear from the agent or the owner.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of commissioners. Good to see you and appreciate allowing us to be here for you. And I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving holiday. I know I had played turkey, just trying to still suffering from that. So I think you would find that the staff has done a great job in presenting this to you and reviewing all the conditions to meet the hardship variance as well as the special exceptions. If you could put back the site plan, Mr. Herring, I would appreciate it. So as you could see, if we had placed this building further up here, it would be really tight to get their vehicles off that existing drive. And it also would be almost sitting in front of the house as you look at it from the street. It's just a small lot, really. It's a residential lot. It's not an ag. It's one of those old lots that, you know, basically got the ag zoning just because it had never been, rezoned. So with that comes that 25-foot side yard setback, which is very taxing on this particular lot. And the position of the existing house here does not allow us to put that structure behind. And that's the hardship variance behind the actual main dwelling. So 200 feet from the right of way, really you can place it anywhere to meet that. So with that, I think we're good with the conditions. We have no problem with that. I think they're reasonable. We understand that side yard setback adjustment is only where we place the structure. It's not going to be the whole line. So it's only where we need it to be 10 feet from the side yard. You see the adjacent uses are all residential. It's not really an ag area. And that's the reason we're here. We appreciate your consideration. I'll be glad to answer any questions, Chairman. Yes.
Thank you. Does anyone wish to speak for either of these two variances? Anyone virtually? Does anyone wish to speak against these two variances? Anyone virtually? Thank you. We'll go ahead and close the public comment section at this time and open it up to any questions from commissioners. We'll entertain a motion for variance number P200213.
I'll make a motion to approve variance number P20-0213, Mary Carroll and Christopher James Nace, ABE Consulting, 1341 Bell Road, 0.81 acres, zoning AG, request hardship variance to allow for a garage accessory structure in the front yard with one condition.
Second.
Here we have a motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Now we entertain a motion for variance number P200214.
I make a motion that we approve variance number P20-214 for Mary Carroll and Christopher James Nace, with the 3 conditions.
Second.
Very good. We have a motion and second to approve variance number P200214 with 3 conditions. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. All right, next item is to consider appointment to the Oconee County Ethics Board for a term beginning January 1, 2021 and expiring on December 31st, 2022. Mr. Haygood.
Mr. Chairman, this is for the appointment of the special master and the alternate special master under our ethics board. Jim Warrens, after a distinguished career, has retired from the practice of law and said that he just didn't think he wanted to do this anymore. So John MacArthur has agreed to act as our special master, and David Linder would continue as the alternate.
Very good. Any questions of Daniel on that? Yeah. This is related to our ethics ordinance, so it's on file if anybody wants to read it, but this just gives opportunity for folks to check up on us every now and then. With that, we'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion, it is just for the first one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Make a motion that we approve the appointment as stated.
Very good.
Second.
We have a motion to appoint the slate to the Oconee County Ethics Board. This is for a term beginning January 1, 2021 to expire December 31st, 2022. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item is consider appointment to the Oconee County Appeal Hearing Officer for a term beginning January 1, 2021 and expire December 31st, 2022.
This is under our alcoholic beverages ordinance, although that ordinance provides that we can use the appeal hearing officer for other things if we choose. John MacArthur has been serving in that role and has agreed to continue serving in that if appointed.
Any questions on that one? Okay, we'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the appointment of John MacArthur for the Oconee County Appeal Hearing Officer for a term beginning January 1, 2021 and expiring December 31, 2022.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Next item is moving to the consent agenda. I would ask that we remove item number 1, the approval of recommendation for the Farmland Preservation Committee. We'll take that as a separate item. Just want to do some clarification on that statement there. So with that, we'll entertain a motion on consent agenda minus number 1, if that's okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda with the removal of number 1, so that leaves 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Second.
We have a motion and second to approve the consent agenda, items number 2 through 6. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah.
Thank you. Motion carries. We're going to go back to the approval of the recommendation for Farmland Preservation Committee. Their recommendation was approved the Allen Powers Farm, which is ranked first. And that will be the only farm that's submitted to the competition for statewide. And we will also, there'll be up to $100,000 from SPLOST 2021 available for that farm, depending on how it comes out with the thing. So just want to make sure that was clear in our record. There's one farm being recommended to the competition, and the funds are for that one farm only, for coming out of 2021 SPLOST. Any questions from any commissioners on that? Is that right, Thomas? I got that right? Thank you. All right, with that, we'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion that we approve the recommendation of Farmland Preservation Committee for the Allen Powers Farm, which is ranked first.
With SPLOST funds out of 21, FY20 or SPLOST 2021 funds.
Okay, with SPLOST 2021 funds.
Thank you. We have a motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah.
Thank you. Motion carries. We do not have need of an executive session. So Commissioner Saxon.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and second, so we are adjourned. Thank you very much.